Dear students, today we shall learn about an essay written by Alfred George Gardiner. His pen name is Alpha of the Plough. He is an English journalist, biographer, essayist, and a social reformer. His essays are rich and graceful and focus on the basic truths of life. Some of his best known writings are The Pillars of Society, Pebbles on the Shore, Many Furrows, and Leaves on the Wind. Now we shall know about this essay titled On Saying Please. Children, please is used to make a request more polite. You know, the theme of courtesy and the benefits of being courteous to the others is beautifully presented in this essay. In this regard, you children must be remembering 4 magic words: please, sorry, thank you, and excuse me. These are small words but of great importance, you know. They are the words of courtesy and good manners. We are social beings. We all live in society. We must respect our society and its values. Society likes its members to follow good manners. We need to coexist peacefully in the society. Give and take. Give and take reciprocation with the members in the society will go on by following good manners, courtesy, etiquette, civility. We should acknowledge the other services in the society respectfully. We should not cause pain in others' mind being rude and hers losing our temper because they cast deep impact on our lives. Instead, we can try to bring smile on the other's face, behaving in a polite, considerate and gentle way. Children, we must display correct public behavior. Good manners develop positivity in our mind. They create happy relationships in society, no matter where we are, at home or outside. No matter whether we are with close ones or unknown persons, we should be well behaved, well mannered. Every action has a reaction. A good act gets a good reaction. Similarly, a bad act gets a bad reaction. Instead of ordering, we can ask in a polite manner. It's our pleasure to spread smile on the faces of all those who live around us. Children, the writer presents an incident from a city office where a liftman threw out a person from the lift because the person told top, just top. He did not say top please. He did not say would you please take me to top. Simply the word top without using please made the liftman feel hurt and inferior. The liftman thought this person insulted him by treating him as a social inferior. Children, it led to a fierce quarrel. It was only a question of the word please. The liftman was punished for his violent behavior. The liftman was punished on the ground of breaking a comment of law by hitting the passenger. The law did not recognize the damage of his feelings. Children, if we experience a material or physical loss, the law protects us. If a burglar breaks into one's house, the law compels the house owner to knock him down. Even if one is assaulted physically, he retaliates. But what is about misconduct or bad manner when it is shown to the others? Here we can sympathize the liftman whose feelings were hurt, and it's a fact that bad manners are not put in the category of legal offense. Loss of materials can be proved, but how to prove the loss of self-respect which cause mental pain? The concept of being hurt changes from person to person. Yes, some are more tolerant, you know, some are less tolerant. So law court cannot judge such cases. Although there is no law court against bad manners, but there are very strong social traditions that teach us to be tolerant, to be polite, to be gentle and human. It is the voice of humanity, and that brings civility in us. It is our self-respect that makes us respect the self of the others. Our society does not like our annoyance, irritation, anger, resentment to be expressed openly. In order to stress the need of civility and good manners in our daily social life, the writer has presented an impressive, well-behaved character. That is a bus conductor. A bus conductor who was pleasant and helpful with all in the bus. Once the writer boarded a bus to go somewhere, and eventually he came to know he had no money that day to travel. The considerate conductor did not misbehave with the writer. Instead, he gave the writer a ticket to travel. When the writer wanted to know where he should send the money, the answer came from the bus conductor: he must meet him someday. Children, luckily the writer found a coin in his pocket at last and managed to pay the fare. That fact did not lessen the glow of pleasure which so good-natured an action had given him. The writer cherished the joy of such pleasant behavior. The writer was impressed to see how patiently he made his passengers comfortable with his cordial and pleasant behavior by assisting them by all means in the bus journey. Children, the same conductor stepped on the writer's toe by mistake one day. Though it was by chance, just an incident, the conductor apologized to the writer. No offense could be taken after this sincere apology. The liftman lost his patience and peace of mind, whereas the bus conductor remained morally upright. By losing temper, the liftman faced more serious problem by breaking the law. Children, the writer says there is no law that compels us to say please. There is a social practice much older and much more sacred than any law which inspires us to be civil. And the first requirement of civility is that we should acknowledge a service. Please and thank you are the small change with which we pay our way as social beings. These are the little courtesies by which we keep the machine of life oiled and running sweetly. Good manners begets respect in people's mind. Good behavior brings pleasantness in others. Poet Keats said that he always felt cheerful when the weather was sunny. And Gardiner says, cheerful people come to us like the blessing of sunny weather. Similarly, politeness and kindness of the bus conductor brought cheerfulness in the atmosphere in the bus, making the passengers happy. That's why the writer says politeness is not a waste but a very good investment. Dear children, the polite conductor was no longer on the writer's travel route, but he must have carried his cheerfulness to another route. The writer is not hesitant to write a piece in praise of an unknown bus conductor. The English romantic poet William Wordsworth also learnt lessons from the humble leech gatherer, and the lonely mood ordinary people too could learn from a man who elevated his modest job through good temper and kindness. The old world has taken away the use of civility that made life sweet earlier. Those civilities must be restored to make life easier with one another. Dear children, the writer says that the only penalty one has to pay for being rude is that people will call him an ill-mannered person. Discourtesy should not be responded with discourtesy. The writer says rudeness of the lift passenger were to be replied by the liftman with excessive politeness. This sweet revenge could give his moral superiority. The A writer calls it the victory over oneself. Trying to trace the root of the lift passenger's rude behavior, the writer guessed that the passenger might have misbehaved with the lift man, being provoked by some other's ill treatment on him, and finally passed on his annoyance being rude to the liftman. The writer says good manners and bad manners are infectious. They spread fast. They spread quickly. They create a chain of reaction having impact on the others. We should adopt the quality of being civil, respectful, polite, gentle, considerate, so that this influence the others to adopt the same codes. Yes, to adopt the same codes. Being polite and gentle, we may not find the material advantage, but we always have the spiritual victory. Dear children, please read the essay and observe the style and technique of writing of this great essayist. And I am sure his essay must enthrall you. So start reading now and wish you all the best. Please like the video just to inspire me. Share the video with your friends and subscribe to my channel if you are new. Thank you very much for your patient hearing and see you very soon with my new video based on your syllabus. Bye. Have a nice time.